This is my Google Calendar video. I compared Google Calendar to Outlook Calendar. Outlook Calendar is the one that I'm most familiar with from a business standpoint. That's what we use in our school. I use Google Calendar for a lot of my personal calendars to be able to share with family and friends. A couple things comparison wise. Google is a free web based tool that anyone can use. And so there is no price to use the Google Calendar. With Outlook, however, to get the full extent of its features, you have to have it as part of like a business or own Microsoft software. If you don't have a business account or the Microsoft software, then you can get it online, and it has a lot of the same features, but not everything that you would have if you were using with a business. Sharing capabilities, both of Outlook and Google Calendars can be shared within a work network. And so with Outlook, I can create a calendar and share that with, say, for example, the people in my department. We have calendars within our building for like laptop usage or when the building is going to be used. There's things like that. With Google, you can do the same thing. One difference would be that with Google, I can share a personal calendar with anybody that can be shared across multiple platforms. And it's so much easier to do than with a Microsoft Outlook calendar. Another cool feature that Google Calendar offers is categorization of events or calendars. And so I can color code things by calendar. So, for example, I have my personal calendar and it shows up with one color. Then I might have my work calendar, it shows up with a different color, and it's easily integrated into any calendar app. Outlook Calendar has a lot of different calendar overlays, so I can do calendars for a variety of different groups or a variety of different peoples. But I did not see where there was an opportunity to color code different events or different calendars by theme or by the group. Interacting with email, both Google and Outlook allow you to create events straight from email. So if, like, say, for example, my Outlook, I get an email asking about an event or inviting me to an event, even without making the appointment, oftentimes it'll pop up and want me to add that to my Outlook calendar. Same thing with Google. If I get emails through Gmail, it'll prompt me to go ahead and put that on the calendar for me to keep track of. One of the great advantages of Google Calendar is that it can be synced across any other calendar app. And so, like, for example, at work, we use Microsoft Outlook. I can also sync my Google Calendar into that, and I can see like my family calendar events and things like that. Whereas Outlook, I can sync it with other people, but I couldn't sync my Outlook calendar into my Google Calendar. Creating a Google Calendar is pretty easy. So here I am, I'm in Google, I'm in my Fort Hays State account. I click on, I know there's a fancy name for that, but I forget what it is. And so here I click on this. Tony Star is going to take us down to the calendar tab. And so we click on creating the calendar. And so then here within this, we can change our look from by week. We can go by month, year. We can go 4 days. We can go by schedule. We can look at today. We can take out the opportunity to see weekends. So it's just focused on maybe your work calendar. Over here, we can then filter through. We can go back. We can go forward to see other dates. Then over here, I think is pretty helpful. It has different overlays here. I can click on, for example, this calendar, and I can change the color setting on this as well. And so that way I can see the different calendars, and it's more apparent to me. Is this a personal event? Is this a business event? Is this coaching? Whatever it may be. To make an event, you simply click over here on the calendar. I can add a title to the event. So let's just say daughter's dentist appointment. And then here I can change, if I were to click on the wrong place, I can click on the time, change the time. I can invite other people. I can add the location, which I find to be very helpful. So I can sync it up with maybe copying and pasting and getting into Google Maps or something like that. And I can add a description down here as well. And I save that here. and it pops up. If I wanted to here, this is obviously is under my calendar, and so I could change that. If I had other features over here, I could change that to a work event, or sharing that with people who might need to know where I was going to be at that time, or whatever it may be.